Boom, boom, boom. All right. So we need to talk about, right? And I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it because it's not really that important to me, you know. And if I spend too much time on this topic, it's kind of gonna invalidate my stance on this, right? But I just did a little bit of research. Google's AI overview states that the United States, as of right now, our unemployment rate is at 4.3%, which is a healthy unemployment rate. Google says that's historically low, all right? And it starts gaining concern at about uh, 5 to 6, okay? So if that's the case, man, why are we having conversations like this? Why are we talking about this? I didn't do enough research to try to figure out if this person, Ezo Mitchell, I didn't try to figure out if, like, he was serious. I don't know if this is a parody account, right? But regardless of it being a parody account, right? It's still no excuse for the comments. The comments are just insane. Adonis Graham is more black American than Obama. Obama has a white mother and an African father. Not a drop of black American blood runs through his veins. Adonis, on the other hand, has a half black American father and a fully black American grandfather. He had a quarter of black American blood in him, which gives him enough to say the N word. Obama, on the other hand, can't say the N word. No African should be able to say the N word. I mean, I can't even think of, like, I don't know, maybe an African called him the N word. This guy posted this yesterday at 4 a.m. And he was thinking about Obama and Adonis, like comparing the two. Like, you know, are these guys like black or black American? You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, it's the obsession with, like, these people, bro. Who cares if Obama say the N word? You'll probably never hear Obama say the N word, right? This is a child. Who cares if he say the Who cares if he say the N word? You know? Look at the fucking comments. Since when Since when Drake was African American, he's Canadian. Well, this guy didn't read the damn passage, to get the guy's point. Been looking for the products of No Child Left Behind. Found them right here. In the chat is giving remedial. It's just like, bro, it's 4:09. It's 4:03 a.m., bro. I know you don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? You are part of that 4.3%. Because it's no way you have a job thinking about this shit at 4:03 a.m. Someone doesn't know how African American blood works. I'm not really even sure what he meant by that. This guy, I don't really know what he meant by that, but what would the cops call them? Oh yeah, and that's my point. Although there is a difference between Africans and Black Americans, the cops are going to call them black. There's a specific shade that if the cop sees you running, if they see you as a suspect, they're going to say black male, black female. They not going to be like, oh, you know what? This guy, granddad is from Tennessee and his mom is from Canada. They're not finna do that. They're gonna say black male. So I'm not gonna say. I mean, I get what you was trying to say, but like, also, who cares if these people say the N word? Were you using them as examples? You know. So why would anyone call an African the N word? To be honest, if you ask me, to white people, we're all the same. I'm sure Africans were called the N word. The word nigga was probably made in America specifically, but there are other words that they use to call dark people of other ethnic groups, right? Let's see. No, he doesn't. His father from Canada. I don't think these people read. I don't think these people read the guy's point. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy may be, he has a better argument than the people that's commenting, because it's just like, right. So look, Bubbles be like whatever. Now, why would Obama be saying nigga? If Obama said nigga, we would never know. Because why would he? You know? Why would he? Please, y'all, let's make it. Listen, I'm not trying to belittle nobody. I'm not, And honestly, this is kind of funny. This is why I took the time out of my day to do this. Please, y'all, let's get jobs summer 2026. Let's all get jobs. Let's get jobs. Let's get hobbies. Let's get obsessed with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's start collecting coins or something. Cause there's no way, bro. It's no way we care this much about this shit. You know what Adonis is doing while you out here talking about him saying nigga? Nothing. Going to school, maybe. Playing basketball. Black American means black born in America. Sure. Black American, cool. I just don't think, like, places where this matters, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, Black American, apparently, some Africans are hostile against Black Americans. It's been stuff said about how we don't have no culture. I'm not trying to erase the fact that we're different from Africans. That is something that we should definitely be taking time out of our day to discuss. But this is crazy, bro. Why do I care if either of these motherfuckers say nigga? Yeah, no. So, first generation Africans, right? Say they grow up in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody's neighborhood, right? Their whole life, they can't say nigga. Like, he's been treated the same way. I just feel like, especially being a person of color, right? The main thing is, how you act, man. How you act. Of course, there's people who are mixed raced, or there's people who are 100% black. Black mom, black dad. I see them all the time. But it's just something off about them. They don't act like, Black Americans. They don't act like us. They're just kind of like, So it's just like create at this point for no apparent reason creating a divide between these two people and us fully black Americans, people who don't know, you know, other than America where their ancestors are from. You know, all we know is America, right? When systematically and on the day to day, it really don't matter. I won't say so much systematically, but definitely day to day where it don't matter. Um, it's just like irrelevant and dumb. And this is on Facebook. I'm not saying, you know, you can't have fun on Facebook. This is just stupid. This is just dumb. Like who cares? Also, man, I did want to say, look, this is basically what the French and the Spaniards did to Hispaniola. You know what I'm saying? People don't know Hispaniola is the island that the Dominican Republic and Haiti resides, right? The whole island together is Hispaniola. And you got the Dominican Republic and you have Hispaniola. But this right here is basically what you doing, right? This is what this conversation that I'm having this whole rant about, this is basically what you're doing. And we're going to sit here and we're going to watch it and um obviously, you know, we're going to see and I'm going to explain how this is the same essentially, okay?
The Parsley Massacre killed between 15,000 and 20,000 Haitians and dark-skinned Dominicans. The massacre was a state-ordered mass killing of Haitians and dark-skinned Dominicans in border regions. Soldiers used the Spanish word perejil, which means parsley in English, as a single word that distinguishes one group of people from another. Those who couldn't pronounce it in Spanish were labeled Haitian. Many victims were killed on the spot. This was racial profiling weaponized. Around 1960, the Dominican Republic was overwhelmingly Afro-descended and mixed race, with a small white minority that dominated politics and representation.
All right. So basically, within the history of Hispaniola, right? The white men, you know, because you know I don't go. I of course people be like I'm Italian, I'm this, I'm that. At the end of the day, when I see an Italian person, when I see a German person, they're white to me. You get what I'm saying? Especially on the day to day. If an Italian stole my camera and he take off running, I'm gonna tell the police, "Hey, a white man took my camera." Unless this motherfucker turns around and be like, "Hey, I'm Italian," you know. So when you call the police, make sure they know I'm Italian, which never happens. I'm gonna say a white man stole. This is the same way white people think day to day. At least the normal white Americans, you know, the ones who don't have, you know, whatever power has been established. You know, I'm just a regular guy, so I don't know nothing about all that. Oh yeah, I just have a job. You know, I'm just chilling. This is what I love to do, right? But look, they use cultural nuances to determine who was um, Dominican versus who were Haitian. Okay, because back then, you know, this is early within slave trade. They couldn't tell the difference. The only thing that was different was the culture. So I'm not saying culture isn't important, but it's just like when you're comparing two people and it's really that serious to you to figure out if they are black, like black American, it, you what do you look like? Who do you look like right now? And people don't even realize this is why Dominicans are always saying they not black, because back then it mattered. You know what they did to people who couldn't pronounce this word? Perihil. Perihil. You know what would happen to people who couldn't pronounce that word? They would die. It was life or death. So these days, come on, bro. It's not that serious. You know, I would have definitely got took one to the head because nigga Perihil. I don't even think I'm saying Perihil. I'm definitely saying that incorrectly, but you get what I'm saying. Look at these people. These people look like the same people. Look. The same people, bruh. I think it's amazing. People of color, we can come in all different shades. We have a vast range of, how light or dark we could be. We got people, you know, as dark as night. And then we have a lot of people who are white passing. And some of them have, you know, black American mom and dad. Some people get asked every day, "Are you mixed?" And they have to be like, "No," because they aren't. But they're super light. I know a lot of them. But yeah, man, that's really it. That's all I got to say, bro. I saw that this morning and I was just like, bro, this is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. I mean, feel free to chime in. If you think I'm just overreacting, honestly, I'm doing this because, hey, man, shit, this is my channel, you know, and this is how I feel. I feel like this is irrelevant, and I felt like I could talk about it, you know. So I did, and he has the right to say the same thing. He just wanted to talk about it, but I think it's dumb, and that's why I'm talking about it. Uh, yeah. Uh, Today, realistically, we're all like seen as black, especially if you're in America. No one's gonna take the time to find out like if you're from America or if you're African. As soon as something happened, as soon as you get a little loud at McDonald's because they forgot your large fry and chocolate shake, they gonna call the police and be like, "Hey, this black guy's in here tripping." So you tell me who's black. Here, let me look at this. Let me pull this up. You tell me who black. All right, you let me know who black. How would you describe these people if you ain't know them? Right? I got cousins that look like both of these people, and they parents are black. So, yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, man. Hey, I believe in love and peace. So, if this video offended anybody, hey, man, I will never, come on here and purposely offend anyone. But I'm doing this because I love it and I love to hear myself talk. So, you know, I leave a thumbs down or something, or just leave a thumbs up. Show some mercy, man. Show mercy. Leave a thumbs up, and maybe that'll change my heart to agree with you. It won't, but just put that in your mind when you leave a thumbs up or leave a comment. Tell me how much you hate or love. Like I said, peace and love. My take on this. But yeah, man, it's your boy JT Mackey, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. It's Wednesday. We about to get it in this weekend, and yeah, if you seen this video, man, hey, shout out to you, man.